Hey everyone, welcome to the New Year's Eve special year end episode. I am joined tonight with the lovely, incorrigible LaLa Bright. And normally I start with the intro to the show, but this year I created a special intro and outro, so I just wanted to let you all know that. So please sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this little intro I created for you. And we're back.
That was pretty. I liked it.
Thank you. I'm new at it, so I know my cousin would be proud, but yeah, it's not his caliber. I still like his, but no, it was actually I had fun putting it together, and it was quite challenging actually.
It is. I can't do it. I tried. I don't have the patience for it at all. So you did good.
So, how have you been, LaLa?
I have been good. Today's energy has been very strong. I've had a lot of anxiety today for no reason. I know it's everybody getting all excited. So I wonder if other people pick it up too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Julia. And actually, I think it is New Year's already over there. Mm-hmm. They're 6 hours ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, LaLa, how good are you at Christmas knowledge?
I can try.
I'll start you off with an easy one.
Okay.
You've seen the Frosty the Snowman cartoon, correct?
Yes.
Who brought Frosty back from a melted puddle?
Oh, God. A little boy or a dog.
Santa Claus. With Christmas magic.
I don't remember that. It's been a long time. What was your favorite Christmas show growing up?
My favorite Christmas show that told me it was Christmas time would be Jack Frost or The Grinch Stole Christmas or Santa Claus Came to Town, I think it was called, or there's so many different ones. They're all animated.
Oh. I like the one where it was about the elves and then there was a big snow monster that turned out to be nice. And does anybody remember that? The iceberg broke off and they started never mind. Anyway, I like that one.
I'm not sure I've seen that one, but
I'll send you
one. A new one that I've seen, yeah, Rudolph is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's my best friend from high school, Michelle.
Yep.
That's who we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show, and it's gonna be great, and everybody's gonna like it. It'll be her first time doing it, so. But yes, we've had a lot of weird experiences.
Well, and I will say, talking about Christmas cartoons that, are new, I came across talking about elves. Yeah, Charlie Brown, I remember. But Disney, I think it was Disney, came out with one called Prep and Landing. And it was about a disgruntled elf and another elf who they had to prepare the rooftops for Santa's sleigh. It,
Oh,
it was so cute watching them and how the disgruntled elf gets his Christmas spirit back.
that's cute. I gotta see that. I'll send it to me later. I haven't watched anything Christmassy this year at all. I didn't even put up a tree. I mean, my son's in high school, and I asked him, "Is this okay?" Blah blah blah, and it's just weird. The energy was weird this year, and it went by so quick. I feel,
Wow, we put up all our Christmas decor and we had 2 laser grids. We kind of lost one
Is that outside? You mean?
yeah,
Okay, I like them.
but it served its purpose well, and we may or may not replace it. But yeah.
They
So
should
do you
keep
want
the.
another Christmas? Huh?
I said they should keep the lights up all year. I like it.
I try to, but I get resistance from everybody. When I had
Should.
my own place, I had my Christmas tree up year round, but
I
I
did one year.
only put the ornaments on November to January or February in that time frame. Then I took the ornaments off, but I would leave the tree and just say it's a nice tree. But
It's
everybody
green.
goes,
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody complained though that the Christmas tree was still up.
Yes, I want another Christmas trivia question. I would like that. Go ahead.
All right. This one stumps a lot of people, so don't feel bad if you get stumped.
Okay.
Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. How many spirits/ghosts are actually named in the story?
Oh shit. Okay. There's that dude, and then that one. Named like a name, not just maybe 1, 2, 6. I'm just.
So you're greeted first by the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Oh man.
Then you have the ghost of Christmas Past, or Ghost of Christmas. Yeah, Ghost of Christmas Past. Then there's the ghost of Christmas Present, who has 2 spirits under his robe that he reveals to Scrooge
I forgot.
as being the spirit of ignorance and want. And one is a little boy, one's a little girl. And then he meets the ghost of Christmas yet to come. So there's your 6 ghosts.
I forgot what happened to Timmy at the end. Was that it? That was
Little Tim, Tiny Tim.
Yeah. Did he
Work for that name. So Scrooge became like a second father as the story goes.
Okay.
And he got all the medical care he needed, so he grew up and lived a long, healthy life.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just goes to show you need to find a wealthy benefactor.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Can I have one? Give me one more. Come on. Give me one that'll definitely. No, I can't say that because if I get it wrong, that's not good. Give me a really hard one.
I have one I know you can definitely get right.
Okay.
How many reindeer have a different color nose?
1. I swear to God, if it's more than 1.
Bonus question. What color is it?
Red.
Do you know
A bright
why?
red. because it lights up. He's allergic to the cold air.
We'll give it to you.
Thank you.
So Rudolph's red nose glows with the Christmas spirit to light the way through the fog and darkness.
Kind of what I said. Not
Yeah,
really, but
yeah.
no.
He is allergic to the dark.
That was.
We're gonna.
Did you have any paranormal or anybody close to you have anything paranormal happen over the holidays?
I'd have to think about that because I kind of been out of touch for a few days.
We had. I should have sent you. Well, you can get it on my Facebook if you want. The neighbor's roof lit up, and it hadn't done that in over a year. It used to do it quite a bit. And it used to look like it was crawling light from the top down. This time it looked like sequence light patterns. It was very strange. So I posted that on my Facebook.
Do they have a light display in the backyard?
No, nothing should have done this. It was nothing. And I swear I saw, when I zoomed in on it, there was a flash in the sky and then a black hole. I saw a black hole in the video and then something pop out of it and then the lights happened. And Bob says it's too grainy to like show proof, but I don't know what did it. What else would have done it,
No, I don't know either. So, talking about the paranormal, because you and I are pretty well versed in it, I think, or as well versed as can be.
Yeah.
What are two things that you would like to see changed in the paranormal field in 2026?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Three
Oh,
what?
she was answering about the spirits.
Oh. Okay. Now, changed as in the people that are in this field or how they go about it?
Whatever you want.
All right. Shit. I've got to say this nice.
After you cuss.
No, I won't say. Okay, I won't say it. I feel if there were more. Oh God, let me put this nice. Wait, let me think. Hold on, okay. I think you know what. Here's one. The field, as well as the alien UFO field, it's very much who's the cool kid in school kind of atmosphere. And there's lots of people that have really, really significant experiences or proof or even need help. And they don't get it or they don't get that attention because they're not popular. And it blows my mind because of the field that it is. It should be kind of a little more welcoming, I guess I would say. Other than that, I think everything's wonderful. It's there. Every topic under the sun is being researched or talked about, or I think it's nice. Come from where I've come from to this, I think it's amazing. So
very cool. One thing I would like to see changed is the judging of evidence.
No shit.
People who are not there and then claiming it's faked, but they have no evidence to prove it. They're just
oh my God,
saying it to say it, I think. Or and to be more supportive and more, and I know the word that I want to use gets a lot of heat, and I'm hoping that changes too, is para-unity, unifying the field. Everybody in the field unified and not fighting each other.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
I'm pretty lucky to avoid it, but I see it a lot, and so yeah, it kind of saddens me a little bit to see the infighting because there's no reason for it. And I'm sorry, I know people say they're experts, but we really don't have experts in a field that is undefined, unexplainable. So, yeah. And my other want is more people find courage in people like you and I coming forward, speaking about our experiences and sharing their experiences and making it more mainstream and more talked about and not feeling like, ooh, I got to be careful who I mention this to because I don't want to be put in a straitjacket or I don't want to be, losing my job because I mentioned, being interested in this one topic. And
Right.
so that's my other wish for 2026 is less of that.
No, I agree. I do. Um, I'm excited to go. I don't know when, but I'd like to go to a Paracon where it's everything mixed together. That's what I want. I like that a lot because I get really bored. I I get bored with all the alien UFO stuff. It's very government and it's very, there's a scale over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I'm an experiencer and I do have a passion for it, I like to dabble in it. So I want to find places on the East Coast. I would, you know what? I wish there were more conventions that were Paracon on the East Coast. A lot of them are on the West Coast.
You know what would be the ultimate Paracon?
What?
A cross between disclosure, having paranormal, having UFO, because I know they sometimes like to think of themselves as separate, and like Comic Con, all under one roof at the same time.
They'd make a lot of money. I can tell you that. A lot of money. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be fun. And they could bring family and everybody would be entertained. It would be cool.
Yeah.
Hello. Well then
Oh,
you gotta start it up and I'll be the face painter and I'll make some balloon arches for the convention. Free of charge for you.
there you go. God, could you imagine the cost though of putting all those different conventions into one?
No, and then you gotta pay certain people.
Yeah, I
People lose.
agree, Michelle. People would lose their mind.
Oh yeah,
Talk
and
about
Baltimore.
not knowing which speaker to go to.
I know. Oh my god. There'd be fights, probably. Arguments.
And imagine the vendors fighting over space.
That's very true. Now somebody's gonna do it. They're gonna listen to this, be like, you know what? Let's do it.
If they do it and they make it succeed, I guarantee you within 5 years, LaLa and I would most likely make an appearance.
Yes. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous to meet I mean, I've spoken at conventions in California and Reno. I get so nervous. I really do. It's so. Do you like speaking though? Aren't you going to speak somewhere?
I did in uh, July. I was MC for a conference,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't end up speaking, and I was nervous as all get out introducing people because
I
all
can't
I
say
could
names at all.
it's one thing to see them on a screen and talk to them and have their bio right there. It's another to be handed a name and say, go introduce this person and be like, how do I even find any information out about this person? Because not everybody is online
Mm-hmm.
and don't have time to get online. So it's like, yeah, it's fun finding the people that you know who know and are like, who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
How do you pronounce their name? Let me write it out.
But
Oh,
now,
I want to say real. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, touching on the topic you said about people saying, "Oh no, your evidence isn't real or your experience isn't real." I have found, it's my personal opinion, um, a lot of people, especially well-known ones, maybe okay, some well-known ones, do that on purpose, even when they know they're lying. I've noticed this, and it's interesting. So I think some of those people, I'm not going to say who, but I think some of those people are placed in certain positions in certain fields to just push people off their path or not let people get too close. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm trying to be gentle in how I say
Oh,
this.
oh, I would agree. And I had a guest. Well, I've had quite a few that are on shows, but and friends that are on shows, and the one thing that I found in common is when you look at a TV show, it's not based on what evidence is gathered by the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's what the producers want the focus to be. So we had to keep that in mind. And, when they say, oh, we only got evidence of this, well, that's because that's where the producers wanted to take it. Doesn't mean nothing else happens, or, and the other thing too is I learned this from a friend on one of the TV shows is you have like 1 or 2 nights to have anything at all happen for a TV show to stay there. So even the TV shows will leave places that are supposedly haunted or are haunted, but because no evidence was gathered in a specific time, they move on. And so it doesn't mean it's not haunted.
Right.
It just means, the spirits weren't active that day and or those 2 days. They were on vacation. So, you know, it's just, something to keep in mind when you go, oh, well, these people didn't go here. It must not be active.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is. It just wasn't active for them
Right. Oh yeah.
enough. And so, yeah, you gotta just, be wary of putting your focus on the TV shows to determine where you go. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying.
I agree. Oh yeah. The illusion is confusion or false information people call start. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, what you're talking about. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. Like a year or two ago, Netflix was talking to me and wanted me to be part of a bigger show. I'd be one of a few. And what they said it was about was only a tiny bit about experiences and more about, what can we pull up that was traumatic and this and that. I was like, no, I don't. That's not. I don't want to be that on TV. You know what I mean? Like, so you're right. They do. It's all about ratings. It's not really about truth. Some are, but go ahead. That was it.
If Netflix does pull you, I'm happy to be a baggage person for you. Got to get our start somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What I meant was it was great. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, Netflix.
No, I'll just laughing in my head the day that like you and I are like equally famous and on TV, and we're like, so where'd you get your start? Oh, well, Netflix plucked me. Oh, so Michael, where'd you get your start? I carried LaLa's bags at a show and got myself noticed. That's why.
Sounds good.
It'd be like so funny being like the two different
You'd be
backgrounds.
good on you'd be good on TV because you're not scared of haunted places. I would just stand in the corner and cry. I mean, as much as I'm around spirits, it just scares the shit out of me sometimes. No offense, spirits.
Well, and I kind of think that's my downfall, though, honestly, because I don't run and scream out of buildings, which is what they want. And so everybody would be running out and screaming, and I'd be sitting there looking around and going, "What is going on? Why is everybody running away? There's nothing worth running over right now."
Yeah, that's how a monster ate you. That's There's one guy on TikTok. He's young, and he'll go into like haunted asylums by himself at night, blare like 80s pop music, and sing to the top of. I mean, he's enjoying himself. It's not, and they throw rocks at him. The spirits will throw a rock at him. It's funny.
The only thing I have to say about the urban explorers doing that is please get permission and tell everyone you've gotten permission to explore,
Tell them where
because
you are. Yeah.
you're literally breaking and entering into private property, and it's setting a bad precedent. And paranormal investigators, when they call people, are less likely to get permission because of the people that are breaking in and just taking advantage of nobody being present.
And I'm just gonna. I want to be the mom here. You know, you don't know if you don't tell somebody you are. You don't ask to go in there. The floors could break on you. Something. I mean, things could happen, and it could be dangerous. That's my mom moment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, there's a bridge in Arlington nearby me. It's like an hour and a half away, depending on traffic. And this bridge is like messed up. So there is one end of the bridge missing. And you go there at night, there are no lights in the
Mm-hmm.
park shining on this bridge.
Yeah.
So I kid you not, true story. I go on the bridge in the dark and I'm walking and I stop because something tells me to stop. And I listen to my body when it tells me to do things. I
Good.
turn my flashlight on. My toes are on the edge of the concrete. If I had taken another step, I would be dead.
Oh, that's your protector or your guardian angel,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh.
All right.
Where was your
So
flashlight? First of all, what's going on?
my flashlight was in my pocket because I was trying to sense energy and sense if there was something there. But you know, that's why if you're not in tune and you're not going to listen to yourself, definitely don't be doing things alone and in the dark, because it is dangerous. And I'll admit I can slightly see in the dark, so it's like kind of
Oh wow.
probably knew I was at the edge, but I was like, yeah, it sounds better what I should say. Leave that part out. It's like more dramatic. That's TV for you right there.
Yay! That was true. Where is this at?
It's in a little park, like um, I
Did,
wouldn't call it a city park, but
in
there's like
Arlington?
paths where you can walk around. It's in Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
not your Arlington.
was like, what? Why were you here? Didn't tell me.
Yeah,
There's a lot of places in Maryland. The covered bridge. I think that's still good, actually. but I went there. It wasn't that haunted, but Loch Raven, Maryland is haunted. You guys could go online if you're ever near Maryland, Pennsylvania. Oh my God! If you want Wolfman stuff or freaky deaky shit, sorry stuff, Pennsylvania is where it's at. It's some Amish people. Sorry. It's
No,
not
I
Amish.
find it interesting. You're like Wolfman, where most people call for the Dog Man.
Oh, whatever. I call it werewolf, but I'm told that's wrong. They terrify
No.
me, but they're very interesting. I
Yeah,
don't want to.
Dogman and werewolf are actually two different
Uh,
species.
yeah. Neither do I want to stay. Just so that's out. But there's was it Dogman Triangle in Pennsylvania, right? I just
I
learned
think
about that
so.
this year. I didn't know about that. And all these
Yeah,
farms were having issues. And there's proof. I mean, there's video and all kinds of stuff. So no thank you.
I was
And I'm
like, I knew of one triangle, then I learned of 12 triangles, and it's like every few years the number seems to double, and new triangles are discovered all the time.
Is this a portal? It, what is this? Is it a area where entities can come in and out easier, or
So, from what I've gathered in my research of what makes a triangle, is basically everything paranormal and unexplained
Mhm.
happens in this area. It's like you'll have UFOs, you'll have
Mhm.
um, cryptids, you'll have disappearances, you'll have pyramids, or you'll have different energies, you'll have different, all everything basically that we're now classifying as paranormal isolated to one zone
Okay.
or area of the planet. Like Alaska has a triangle,
I just found out.
Bermuda has a triangle, the Northeast, they're finding them now in the Europe has triangles now, the Pacific has triangles, and I think the misnomer is when we call them triangles, we think it's a triangular shape, but they're not
Yeah.
always triangular shaped. It's just, I think it's a way of describing kind of, I think like Michelle's saying is being a vortex type thing, is they're just, triangle has become more of a name than a description.
Do you think there's ley lines? Did I say that right? Ley lines,
Yeah.
Bob?
Oh,
No.
there are ley lines all over crisscrossing. And I actually got a map of the ley lines. And then I did research on every state where the paranormal hotspots are according to the states
Okay.
pages. And every single hotspot was within 5 miles
Government
of a
base.
crossing of a ley line.
Ouch.
They are
Were,
energy.
were there government bases by these ley lines? This is my conspiracy. I don't know if it's true, honestly.
That I didn't look into, but my theory would say absolutely. They're building just as much on. Okay, so Aussie Inch, I'm assuming is in Australia. Very
She's
cool.
awesome, by the way. Yeah.
Do you think portals can move based on energy and ley lines?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead, you first.
So portals absolutely can move. They open and close when frequencies line up and energies there. The ley lines definitely feed everything and keeps the planet running. And so I would say I would almost probably, I would venture to say 85% say portals move, but I'm not going to say 100% or get close to 100% closer, because I know the second I do, someone's going to say, well, there's this portal that's always here and it's always opens on this time and it's always at the, and it's going to be like, okay, I can't argue that that's not stationary. So I'm going to cover myself and just say 85%.
Yes. I think, I do. Well, energy is constantly flowing, right? So that's just my opinion. I don't know. Just from, I mean, I've seen a portal open up at my parents' where they used to live in Maryland, Sparrows Point, Maryland. It's very haunted, and it was battlefield, and it was just a pinprick of a light that appeared on the wall, really bright, and then it got really long and narrow, and then a shadow man slid out, and then the light went down, and the light like it like sucked into the wall. That's what it looked like. And that's when I learned about portals. I didn't know about portals at all. So I'm assuming whoever is in charge of, I really think there's entities in charge of opening and closing portals.
Oh,
I
there
would
are.
like, yeah, there's, I can just see some like guy with a hat, certain hat. First of all, do they have uniforms for this? Are there generals, like entity generals in charge? I think about this stuff, Are there humans that
There,
are on, you know?
there is a group that does monitor portals,
What's their name?
and
The Watchers?
no, it's a Time Corp, actually. It's a time travel agency. I don't know its full true name, but it's yeah, because portals can activate and act like time travel portals.
Yeah.
So they're used all the time. And Aussie Ange has a question for me.
Mhm.
Michael, do you think there are people that can attract or trigger portals? Oh, I'm so glad you asked this question. So, my viewpoint and theory that I've come across, and a lot of people have kind of agreed with me on this, is when you're walking in a forest and one person disappears and the other person is still there and the one goes through the portal, I would say it is because their energy activated or spiked something on the other side of the portal that came through to grab them. And so, definitely, the people who are being taken or disappearing through portals are either attracting what's on the other side to grab them, or they activated it themselves and they just didn't know how they did it, so they can't figure out how to come back. So, but I definitely feel like the people's frequency and energy and mindset all together are like a key to the portals.
Yeah.
So
DNA. Yeah.
it also would explain why you can go to certain areas and certain people will have certain experiences. And so one example of this is in April, I was in a forest in San Antonio, and we walked into this section where you can literally see and feel the trees start to move, even though trees don't move in this realm. And there's a reason I say realm. So when we crossed the border and we're in the other realm existing within our realm, their laws and physics and everything are different. And I literally found myself taking like probably like 10 steps and realizing, even though I walked in a straight line, I was turned around and heading back where I started from.
Oh.
And it was like, there's no way this is possible because I never made a turn,
Mm-hmm.
but yet I literally was. And I couldn't explain it. But then something about, the situation, I started to notice the energies and everything moving around in the area. And so I was able to start to figure out, and I came back out, and my friends were amazed that I came out exactly where I went in because they said they always come out further ahead. And so
Huh.
everybody comes out differently, and the amount of time it takes to come out is different for everyone. So I view that as, how in touch are you with the energies? How in touch are you with yourself? How in touch with how you're interacting with that energy determines where you go, how long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend that takes people through here, only select people too. He, has to trust you and trust you're not going to go running wild and just disappear. You're going to take it serious. That there are people, he has said, that they have gone in but never come out. That they totally just disappear in these, and I call it a dimensional forest because it's literally what I think it is different dimensions existing in this space where veils are very thin if you know where to look.
Mm-hmm.
And that would explain why we could walk through branches without touching a branch or getting scraped by a branch
Mm-hmm.
because they really weren't there, but we could see they weren't there somehow with the energy. But yeah, so long story short, people definitely can attract and trigger portals.
How did you feel when you went in, and when you went in, and then when you left? Did you feel anything, or later on that day?
Honestly, the thing that struck me the most was, so when I went in to paint the picture, we crossed a bridge and we heard no water and could see no water even though the moon was high in the sky. Everything was pitch black except for the bridge. And when we left, the bridge was lit up, and one side of the bridge, so if I'm remembering my directions right, crossing the bridge, going back to the cars, on our right, you could hear the water, see the water running like a normal river. On the left was totally quiet, perfectly still. And I was thinking back into, and I'm not a scientist by trade, but I was starting to think like a scientist and think like a skeptic and go, okay, what could cause underneath an open bridge water on one side to be in movement, but not on the other side?
Huh.
And I came up with absolutely nothing. There was nothing I could think of that would stop water from moving all the way through. And the
Mm-hmm.
other thing that I just now that I'm seeing it in my head too, that's even more interesting is there was more water on the side that was perfectly still than the side that was in movement.
Wow.
So I can't explain that because that defies all laws of how we know water moves.
Hmm. I believe it. I think, well, we're surrounded by a lot of electricity. I call it like a little electricity jail that we're in, you know. In the forest, there's more energy flowing. I do believe in realms and dimensions, and we're even scientists say we are frequently going into different. I guess once our frequency shifts, we shift into a different life. That's it's us, but it's different. And supposedly there's lots of us. So
And I just let the show run, but I am noticing we are at like 46 minutes, and I have not shown my video yet for
oh shit,
what this whole episode really is about of looking at the year in review. So
with
I'm going to
today.
take a moment and sidetrack because this is what happens when LaLa and I get together. And, this is why I love having her as a guest. But if you will indulge me, I created an 8-minute video about 2025 with the shows and everything. So let us take a quick look back. Who's up for time travel?
I'm ready. That was amazing. You did that? You made that?
I made that.
Dude, very good. I liked it. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You
You know,
you've had a lot of fancy guests on too. I didn't realize how many you had on.
oh, I think all my guests are fancy.
I mean, yeah, I didn't realize just how broad this. It was very impressive.
Yeah. No, and I am so grateful and appreciative to all my guests and all the guests that are recurring and new guests that are yet to come on. And I will say, as much as I resist change and I try to keep everything the same to keep congruency and everything, I have listened to what some people have asked for and did make some changes that I am proud to share. When it comes to season 4, we are no longer going to, unless requested by the guest, put the the day and time of the episode. Instead, we're going to put topics for the episode. So now everybody will have an idea about what we most likely will be talking about. I still can't guarantee we'll stick to the topics, but at least you have an idea of more about who the guests are and what they're bringing to the show.
I like that. Yeah.
So that'll be different, and the thumbnail for the energy that surrounds us has a new look. And this one, my cousin actually convinced me to switch because we were talking about not changing a lot of things now because we are riding on our coattails, so to speak, because we're known now. So now's the time to start keeping things more similar and letting go of all the changes. And so it surprised me when he goes and found this image and goes, "Yeah, we need to make this your thumbnail." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." Twist my arm, and I'm debating on making it the background as well because it is such a powerful image and fits the show so well. So keep an eye out. You may see the image background change in the show. I haven't fully decided yet. And so, but keep an eye out as I start announcing upcoming episodes. You'll see the new thumbnail on the one show. The other show thumbnail is staying the same because of topic matter that's discussed in that show. It's harder to change the image, so we're keeping that congruent. But with that being said, let me see here. I'm going to shrink us for a moment, people. And if you all want, and by you all, I will say LaLa will speak for you. Let me see. Do I have. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I can do it real quick. I thought that I put the backdrops in, but apparently I didn't. So if LaLa wants, she can take the helm as co-host,
Sure.
and
Okay.
I will look and see if I have them and can upload the backdrops and give you guys a sneak peek at to what the new backdrops will look like.
Yeah. I can talk about anything.
Go for it.
Last night I was listening to people talk about um, O negative or Rh negative blood and about being tracked, and then it got into gang stalking, and I don't usually read into that much, but it was very interesting that certain bloodlines are almost their DNA is almost like a key to going portals and it not getting as many diseases. Some people think that O negative blood type was created to withstand something happening on Earth where it would wipe out others. Um, but yeah, the GOV supposedly watches from birth these bloodlines and all kinds of things. So I thought that was interesting. But the information on Rh negative bloodline is very here and there. There's never a straight answer for some reason, which is weird to me. I wonder if Michelle's still listening.
Do you think they'll ever give us a straight answer?
No. No. I don't. There's because they hide everything that would be beneficial for all of us as a whole to know, to learn about.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, go ahead.
I was going to just say real quick, I'm going to make us circles so you can see more of the backgrounds. So here, so I honestly laughingly have to say, yeah, we're pretty much, that's the usual. And probably not much is going to change on that one. But here is the thumbnail. I actually have an image of it. This is the new thumbnail for the energy that surrounds us.
I like it. I love the colors.
I know, and it was like I was impressed because it looks like a lady in energy coming from her sacred heart, and kind of looks like she's underwater even.
Yep. That's interesting.
So there you go. That is previews of what the backdrops are going to look like. And if y'all want, I mean, next week we are launching shows, so you'll just have to wait until then to see the new intros and outros. But Michelle says she's here, so.
Oh, I didn't know if she wanted to add something about the Rh negative bloodline. She likes your background, by the way.
Yep. So the Rh bloodline is a bloodline that is traced to the Magdalene bloodline, if I'm not mistaken. And when I say Magdalene, yes, I am talking Mary Magdalene, wife of Jesus of Nazareth. And so that line has very specific attributes that a lot of people are looking for. And so, yeah, so we don't trace our lineage anymore. So people don't know really who they come from. And so I have a story about that of growing up, life wasn't, rosy, peachy, wasn't horrible, but it, you kind of were like eh. And so I was like, okay, I don't really feel like I've done anything noteworthy, or need the line to continue, so to speak. No pressure on it. Well, then I started doing. My sister, my oldest sister, did an ancestry tree, and I started to learn who was in the family line, and was like, "Holy crap! Boy, did I mess up." I do
Who,
need the line to continue. It is a important line. And so, yeah, now I'm kind of regretting not having kids sooner, but I'm glad I didn't just have kids to have kids either, because that's not right. You
mhm.
got to have it under the right circumstances. And something that I'm learning that everyone will probably appreciate knowing, as we become in tune with the energies and the new frequencies coming in, things that we thought we were too old for or we're running out of time to do, we're actually going to find out we got a whole lot more time and energy to deal with and do things with than we thought we did. So, by that, I mean, I'm nearly 50. Literally 3 years shy. Currently going to be 3 years shy next year. And so I could argue and say, oh man, too old to have kids. But in the new energy frequencies coming, that's not going to be the case anymore. And so things are going to be changing and things are not going to be the way we are used to. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because one of the focals of what I'm wanting to bring in season 4, a focal point is there is so much more in our world than what we realize, and it's not scary or hard to attain information and change our ways. And so, yeah, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to translate through my guests and bringing new topics along with returning guests. And I want to say one thing, about returning guests. And I know LaLa mentioned, she's making her 8th appearance. And I know there are people out there that are like, oh, we got to constantly have new people, new everything to keep it fresh. But the thing is, guests are not one trick ponies, in my opinion. If you have one on and they talk about, say, UFO experiences, you can have them on again to talk about a paranormal experience that's not UFO related. And they may have had a ghost encounter, or they may have had something, a cryptid encounter. You can get many episodes with the same people covering different topics. And so that's why I will have multiple guests on returning, is because I feel like every time they're on, they're bringing new information and stories evolve. I mean, I'm a prime example of that. I've told my story of when I was 2, probably a dozen to 2 dozen times. And I can guarantee you, especially in the last few times I've talked about it, it's not the same. I've added more to it. And so they evolve. So even if it is the same old, it's not the same old, because we change with new information and the story grows. So it becomes a new story, a new element.
Right. That's true. That's very true. Can you show the one video, if you can? Could you show the video of the lights going on the roof? It's on my Facebook, the
If
main
you send it
page.
to me, or you can share it if you can share it.
I don't know how to do that, but I can send it to you because I do want to talk about that because weird things have been happening lately that I don't really like that much. Honestly, I'm a little concerned.
So I'm going to ask you, LaLa, as host slash co-host. I'm not sure what your title is of Orbis.
Yeah,
What is your guys' opinion of having return guests?
I I do. So I get the guests, and I really like them if they're coming back on. I think they have something to give, something new or more to talk about the same topic. A lot of people like that, and I mean, right now there's a solid three people that really like when I come back on. So you're welcome about that. No, but
Wait, am I one of those three?
yes. All right, let me send this. No, I think it's good. It's like comedians. You love that comedian. Yes, you're going to hear some of the same things sometimes, but there's always a little bit something new, or they introduce you to someone you didn't know about that you enjoy. So if they don't like it, they don't like it. That you can't please everyone all the time. That's just not realistic.
Right.
I think you did a good job.
You're
I have.
sending it to me on Facebook, aren't you?
Well, I don't have to.
Well, no, that's really the only way you're going to get it to me at this point.
How the hell do I share it?
Is it saved to your computer?
On my phone?
Oh, well.
Hold on. Dang it.
Are you on your phone? No. Because I was
Yeah.
going to say, if you're on your phone, meaning right now,
Oh,
talking to me, then you probably could share the video, but I
hold
don't
on.
think. I think you had to log in to the show through your phone,
I got
or.
it. I got it.
Oh,
Un
okay.
momento. Un momento. Okay.
Look
Facebook.
at you getting all techie.
I know, right? Oh my god. All right. Messenger.
Y'all saw it here first.
What's your name again? I'm sorry.
What's my name again?
All right. I sent it. Sorry, everybody. I'm slow a lot of times. Not sometimes.
Oh, let's go get it. Hopefully, Facebook will stay quiet.
But it's very interesting. Energies are ramping up around here again. There's something in my dream that's bothering me again. I don't like that because it's I guess it likes to take energy in a certain way. I don't know if I should say it, but it's scary. And I thought I took care of that problem like a year ago. So, but it's been around for so long.
So, I have a theory around this, and it might help you with how you're, talking about like how you're saying you thought you took care of it.
Yeah.
So, I view life as an onion. There's layers and layers built into everything. Well, our experiences and everything about our experiences are layered as onions as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we work on stuff like yours, whatever you're talking about, you thought you dealt with, you probably did, but now it's showing in a new way.
Mm-hmm.
And I know and I know this is going to sound strange, but under metaphysics, there's a reason everything shows up the way it does. And so the first time you showed up, it showed up and you dealt with it. Like you said, it really freaked you out.
Mm-hmm.
This time when it showed up, were you as freaked out?
No, just grossed out because I don't like. It's inappropriate, kind of. Because, but also, I'm starting to wake up with more bruises on my body, and so
Yeah.
more
But,
tired and things like that. So I have to.
well, where I'm going with it is instead of looking at it going, it's still happening,
Mm-hmm.
look at it as look at the growth. It
No, yeah,
no longer freaks you out.
that's true. Yeah.
So there is growth there. And so that is where I say that's the growth and the lesson and the beauty of how the universe works is because we constantly are in a state of, oh my God, I had to deal with this again. I thought I was done with it. And then we start beating ourselves up and we start judging ourselves and we start feeling like nothing's ever going to change. When in fact, a lot has changed,
Very true.
but our reaction hasn't. And that's what's guiding everything. So when you're able to step back and look at it in a new way, that's where you see the growth and change.
You're right. You're very right. Didn't think of that.
Everybody mark your calendars. I was told by a woman I was right.
No,
Uh,
it's true because you're in your own little bubble and you just don't think of it that way. Honestly.
yeah. No, I agree. And that's one of the things that I think was a blessing of my being brought up the way I was, is because it allowed me to see everything in a different way and not be caught up and sitting there going, ooh, this or that. And so, with that being said, I have finally been able to get the video up.
Yay. Thank you.
So, let me see if I can switch over, share.
I just want to say real quick in the very beginning, you're gonna see a couple little bugs floating around. That's not what I'm talking about. After the little bugs fly, it's in the background to the right side a little bit on the roof, my neighbor's roof.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Should be playing. I'm hoping it's playing.
Yeah. Might go back, start all over again real quick. It's really quick. It's like the first 3 seconds. There it is. See it? See the light?
Yeah. It literally looked like fingers playing a piano.
Right. Now the rest of it's nothing, but the first couple seconds, that if you could zoom in on that, that's and the way if you could slow it down and go back and forth just a tiny bit real quick, the way it's happening, it's odd how the lights are showing up. And it's on the very top. Our homes are on the top of a hill. We're surrounded by big ass evergreen trees. Nothing's coming through. Bob drove around and tested the theory out. There are no headlights that's going to do that at all.
Unfortunately, I can't zoom in.
That's okay.
But I can pause here on where it's lit up.
Right. Can you like drag it with your mouse back a little bit back and forth, or you know what I mean?
Yep. That one bug really it's funny. It's like,
well, a lot of times these bugs or whatever you want to call them will fly over where I need to pay attention to. So that's that one, the chub chub one. So thank you, chub chub, spirit bug, or whatever.
Well, this one is interesting because it looks like it's going up and then makes like a horn shape.
Mhm. So
So
see
yeah,
there, how it kind of,
gets really bright and then it just slowly disappears.
and a light box appears on the roof to the left. So, and that box shouldn't be there at all. But it's on my Facebook page. I think to the maybe not the public, but I can make it publicly. But yeah, and my friend Michelle, she also looked at it and she saw an entity a little bit down from the box that was a little creepy. So it hasn't done that in a long time. And it used to happen quite a bit, and then it just stopped for like a year. And no one moved, nobody's so it's not human that's doing this.
Yeah.
Um, I wish I could ask the neighbor if they have strange dreams, or if they've ever had experiences, but you know,
That
I
would
don't
be an interesting conversation.
probably like, hey.
Or like, yeah, we know who's coming over. What is she gonna ask us this time?
Well, listen, that neighbor has a camera like we do, and its camera will get set off, except theirs lights up a little bit, the infrared, or whatever we call it, RF, whatever. So they have to be picking up stuff over our house, and they're probably thinking, I wish I could talk to the neighbor. You know what I mean? It's interesting. But this is a lot of government people live here. It's by water, it is by government, by Aberdeen Proving Grounds, and so there's something going on.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a sad message.
Hmm.
Hi, Michael. Discovered a dear friend died a couple of hours ago. Hard, so I'm not really celebrating. But not up to chat now. See you. Have a good night. Happy New Year.
I'm so sorry.
So, our heart and shows go out to you and your family and your dear friend's family. And it's hard. And I don't blame you for not wanting to celebrate. And, it's better that you're there with your friend's family or with even alone right now because you got to process stuff. You can't just say, "Oh, I got to go do this because it's a special day."
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself always. So, thank you for letting me know, and we'll chat when you're ready.
That was nice. Yeah.
And on a more lovely note, I will say, LaLa, I have to say I am duly impressed that it has been a long time since I had over 100 viewers while live. And we are sitting at 129 right now.
Oh wow, very nice. That's
And I have a sneaking suspicion if I lean over it, 125 of them are from Bob's X page.
a lot.
Thank you, Bob.
No, a lot of people from X watch these shows. They're really supportive, so it's nice.
It is. And what's nice about X is I try to air to Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, and LinkedIn. So I don't always have X available for every show because we are limited to how many we can air to live at one time. And I will say I like how if one page or one link doesn't go through, which I'm happy to say tonight they all did,
Good.
but when one link goes down, I am able to go to X and X just picks it up and airs. And so it's really nice that, it's able to do that, and it doesn't sit there and say, oh, you need to set this up, you need to set that up, you need to
Well,
add this. It's like a click and go kind of deal.
let's go.
And so I'm hopeful this is on Rumble tonight, because I will be uploading it to the other channels. It is on every YouTube channel, because I did that with the year-end special, because you'll notice in the title I didn't put a show attached to it, because it actually is all the shows that I'm a part of. I told everybody that I was going to do this, and so I got permission to share the B System from Emily Men's House. It's her show, which I am thankful to be a part of, and she's undergoing some family stuff right now, and so that's why I don't have a return date for when that will be, but keep an eye out, because as soon as it is determined when it'll come back, we will be announcing it.
Yeah.
And the same with Paranormal Versus. Kel Ridley and I are blessed that he joined us this season, and I have to say that, life happens, and so when all three of us are in the right space and in the right time, Paranormal Versus will return. So that's why I don't have premiere dates for those two shows.
Mm.
But my two shows are going to premiere next week, as well as continuing the channeling half-hour sessions. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And Bob is commenting that he's watching me, watching you.
Very cool.
So what can people look forward to from your end in 2026?
That's it. We're gonna start the show up again. We just took a little break, which was nice. But I guess I know Bob's going to a couple places to talk at a conference. One's in Canada and one's somewhere else. I know that's very detailed. I'm sorry, but he'll, as he learns more, he'll post about it.
Oh, and you're not Bob.
Yeah. I don't like flying. He's fancy anyway, but I just don't like flying at all. So if it's East Coast, I'll go. The flight to California was enough. I'll have to do it again. I love the people, but just scared the shit out of me. So
yeah, flying has become if you're in the right section of the plane, it's very comfortable.
mm-hmm.
And if you're in the wrong part of the plane, it's very cramped. I can tell from my travel experiences and traveling recently. It's like, yeah, I only flew because I had a ticket to use. Otherwise, my preference is to drive. So keep that in mind if you want to invite me to come to an event and be a guest to anything. Be in driving range. And
first class tickets, either one, they'll take.
I'm not going to lie. I probably would.
How do I answer this politely? I just don't want to get a shark. I'm scared of it crashing, and then I'll still be alive, and then a shark will eat me, and then that will take a while for me. I'll feel everything, and then other sharks. Anyway.
Do you realize flying over the continental U.S. that you would have to not only crash the plane, but you would have to crash it in an aquarium to even remotely be close to a shark?
You never know, okay? It could. I don't know why I think sharks are beautiful, but for some reason I have this weird irrational fear of them, and that's why I'm afraid to fly. It's because of fucking sharks. Sorry, freaking sharks.
I'm loving the fact that you won't fly over continental U.S. because you're afraid of sharks
I mean, I will.
getting in the plane. I'm like,
It's my brain.
Snakes on a Plane was a movie. I didn't watch it, but
Yeah.
snakes creep me out because they go into places. Yeah.
Now I'm not thinking about that.
But sharks, I'm like, these would have to be mutant alien sharks to be living in the air out of water.
Well, yeah. Watch there be an alien species that are sharks. I'd be so pissed off. Honestly, I would. Maybe that's where my fear is from. Shut. No, there's nothing. I don't even want to see mantis. Like, I don't want to see that. I'm hoping that's actually not real, honestly. And there better not be a werewolf alien either. That's all I have to say. So, universe, please keep that in mind.
Well, then I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Oh God. Well, they better be nice, and how to like change how they look. So.
Well, I will say the mantis are nice and friendly. Okay. Werewolves depends on what you do. If you invade their territory and are aggressive, then yeah, they'll be aggressive back.
Oh, well, I'm definitely not going to be aggressive. Definitely not.
But I mean, it's just like a wolf. I mean, it's, it amazes me how wolves went from being the totem of protection and family and pack mentality, protecting the young and the weak.
Yeah.
To being the villains in everybody's nightmares.
No, yeah.
It's like they're not these, I kind of blame the reality shows for bringing stupid people into situations that they never should have been in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when bears attack or when wolves attack, it's like
I was just thinking like of a polar bear, and this guy put himself in a clear box.
Yeah, I'm like, you sit there and you like push this animal around and push its buttons. Mm-hmm. It's gonna lash out, and to think it's not is really stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then to blame the animal and say this animal is super vicious because of this show kind of shows the ignorance of the people who are watching the show, because you can walk up to a wolf and it ain't going to do anything to you. But if you walk up to it and are sitting there freaking out and screaming and yelling and going, oh my God, it's a wolf.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's going to go into protection mode because it knows you're after it.
Unless there's that one asshole wolf that just is angry all the time. Yeah. Which there are.
Which segments to the spirit world.
Yes.
Actually, kind of in a funny way, is, and I'm not sure what Michelle's referring to truth about.
Probably, well, everything. We're both knowledgeable. So.
But that is a peeve of mine. I will say I would like to see changed in 2026 as well, is the paranormal community, in all honesty, unless you are truly trained and know with 100% certainty what's going on, drop the D word.
Oh, God, yeah.
From your vocabulary and stop calling everything the D word and trying to get ratings by saying it and saying, oh, met with one, because chances are you just met an angry spirit who you just made even more angry by calling it a D. So the next people that come won't have as pleasant a time because
Yeah, there's
I'm sorry, they're gonna start acting out because of what you call them.
and plus, I mean, some spirits are just lost. They're not angry; they're just lost, and then they get aggravated. But also, our energy can create energies. You can bring that kind of stuff to you. You have to be very careful about what you say, and you know.
Yes. Which brings up another interesting point I cannot address enough. If you open ritual space doing EVP work or Ouija boards or how devices or equipment asking questions, please close that portal behind you. Don't leave them open because you don't realize you've opened a portal to start with. Learn how portals work before doing a lot of deep paranormal investigating, because
Yeah.
chances are, if you don't know that doing an EVP circle will open a portal to bring something in, you're not closing it. So you are bringing stuff into this world that's not supposed to be here. And because nobody else knows that you opened that portal, it's not being closed. So it's a 24/7 opens door. So
I've made that mistake. Lots of people, yeah, because we're not really taught that something is. I thought, oh, it has to be a Ouija board. It has to be so extreme, but no, it's anything. When you're corresponding with other entities and spirits. So yeah, you're right.
yeah, so we're not blaming, and we're not playing the blame
We are.
game.
We're definitely blaming people. Absolutely.
LaLa is blaming people.
I am. Yeah.
I will only say I will blame if you hear this and ignore it and just keep going. Then yes, I will start to play the blame card. But we're not perfect. Nobody is. We're all learning. So learn from what others have to say is the best way to enhance being an investigator.
That's true. Yeah. Especially now, I think there's more. Of course, there's always has been energy, but it just seems like all the TikTok videos I watch, even if it has nothing to do with paranormal, there are shadow people, there are orbs, there's something in the background, in 90% of these videos. That's a little unusual, you know.
Yeah.
So that is it's the activity's rising, whatever's happening.
So I have a question for you, LaLa, actually. If you're on an investigation and somebody keeps yelling, "Oh my God, did you hear that?" What do you do?
Like, shut the fuck no. I'd be like, if you would be quiet, I would be able to hear it. What? No, no, I'm kidding. I would. I'd probably just freak out. I get so anxious doing that kind of stuff. But I would want everybody to be silent and feel what's going on. Even if you're not psychic, your body will tell you if something feels off. So, what would you do?
Well, it's a catch-22 scenario, because if something really is making sound, you want others to be hearing it to validate it. But at the same time, I don't like when people are constantly saying, "Oh my gosh, did you hear that?" when there was nothing there, or it's like the wind blew through and a door moved, and it's like, "Oh my God, did you hear I'm like, yeah, the wind pushed the door.
The ghost just farted.
So
Oh my god.
that's why I say it's a catch-22, because if it's something you can explain away, don't mention it. But if it's something that might be explainable or you can't explain because you're new, bring it up. But don't bring it up every 5 minutes, because that just, I'm sorry, it gets annoying and makes it really hard to do anything else.
Well, they get excited, but no, I get it. I have been that person when I was younger, like, oh my god, did you hear that? Like all the time because I was having anxiety or excited. But no, you're right. I think number one, do not go to play. First of all, don't go alone. Secondly, don't start off somewhere hardcore, truly haunted. Don't go to abandoned jails or like not job houses or whatever you call them, asylums. You know what I mean? No offense. Don't start off.
No,
Go like to your grandma's house, basement, or like something where really bad stuff might not attach to you. Does that make sense?
actually, I would question even that and say, if you're going to start somewhere, start at a cemetery, because you're actually least likely to meet something in a cemetery.
Really?
I'm sorry, folks. The dead don't hang out in the cemetery.
Some do. Well, the ones near me, but it's a very large one, so
They'll come and visit, but they're not there all the time, is
that's
what I
true.
mean.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
But grandma's basement, you could have a ghost from the land that nobody knows about, so you may find yourself meeting something you don't want to meet.
Their drunk uncle that passed like 20 years ago still there. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I
Yeah.
was watching this show about haunted New Orleans, and I think it was based in 2001 they did it. But this one house was having all these like experiences where certain people were getting choked or getting pushed, and they found, when they examined the house, under the floorboards were skeletons that they
Oh,
had hidden from the 1860s. And so, and then when they did the research, they found out a really mean
oh.
slave owner owned the house. And so they were like, "Oh yeah, this explains all of this, and makes sense now why this is." So yeah, just make sure you do some homework before you go into places.
Mhm.
I know mediums always say I want to go in blind, and that's fine because of their abilities. But as investigators, if you're not a medium, don't go in blind, because you never know what you're getting yourself into. And on the flip side of it as well is, I know this is going to sound strange with everything we're talking about, but you got to go in blank slated.
What do you mean? Emotion wise?
No, you have to go in blank slated, meaning if you go into a building and you're like, okay, so the claims are there's going to be these footsteps,
Oh,
or
yeah.
these doors are going to slam. Well,
Okay.
if you don't have the footsteps or doors slamming, you're going to say nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have whispers that you heard, or something else happen,
Mm-hmm.
like a drapery moved or a curtain. I don't know why I said drapery,
Well, no, I mean
but
that stuff's scary. Yeah.
other stuff. What I mean is, other stuff can be happening, but when you're
Dead set on
so
something else.
focused on one thing, you're gonna miss everything else.
Mhm. That's a good life analogy, by the way. Right now, my mind is a blank slate. That's great, Bob. I'm fit. Oh,
Well, it is actually getting late, and I just realized we are actually approaching an hour and 45 minutes already.
All right. All right. Well, I gotta go before I promised my son we go watch the ball drop. He said it's the
Yep.
last year they're doing that. Is that true for New York?
I wouldn't doubt it with all the stuff that's going on over there, but I don't know. Everybody will say, "Oh, this is the last of this," and then you'll hear something happen, and then next thing you know, they're doing it, and you're like, "I thought that was the last." So is
Yeah.
this now the last? And it becomes this quandary of what happened. So
Yep.
I don't know, honestly. If it is the last, that's sad, because it's such
Tradition.
a really cool way to bring in the new year.
Mhm.
But it also, though, I think has run its course, and so maybe it is time to bring in the New Year's a new way. Or
Mhm.
no offense to New York City and Times Square, but maybe every year alternate amongst the states who's dropping the ball, which
That'd be fun.
I see now could be a problem. Like if Hawaii gets it, they're like middle of the afternoon right now,
Yeah.
and we're like it's already almost the next day. We're like waiting on Hawaii to drop the ball. It'd be like we're already in the new year.
There'd be a lot of angry people watching.
So time wise, it would have to stay on the East Coast to make midnight for everybody here. But one thing I would like to see is they do it every once in a while. You'll see everybody around the world sharing live stream celebrations. And so I think that would be a cool new tradition to start is
Yeah.
watching the world bring in the new year, counting down, going starting from the far east that's closest to the date line
Mhm.
backwards and just go show to show, region to region, and get to
I
the
watch
US.
that.
And then,
Yep.
yeah,
I would like that. Everybody's in, but that's what's popular now, learning about what other people do, where they are. So, yeah.
yeah. So I will let you go ring in the new year because you're, what, an hour and 15 minutes from?
Yeah. Yep. I had a nice time. Thank you for having me on again.
Yeah, it was a fun time, and we always have fun. And I'll say, it was funny as I mentioned this to my mom that I was going to do this episode last minute, and I said, but Lala's going to be on with me. She leans over and goes, it'll be a great show.
Oh,
You and Lala always have fun together. I was like,
true.
I
Yeah.
know, thanks.
Oh, that was sweet. Your mom's very cool. I like her.
Yeah, she's been watching me stress by getting all this put together so it could happen before 2026. So
You
I
did good.
think we did it justice and we got everything shared. And I'll just say, I look forward to everyone who's watching this joining us in 2026. And when I say us, I am selfishly saying my shows and Lala shows and other podcast shows. There's plenty to go around. So, we appreciate you all. And I know Lala and I will agree on this. We can sit there and talk to each other and do these shows all day long. But in all honesty, it's you fans that tune in and join us in the chat rooms and message us about shows and talk to us about the shows. You're what makes this dream come true
No.
because we could do it. It just wouldn't be as much fun. You guys are an equal part in it. And so, my last comment for 2025 going into 2026. I know if you're a fan of my shows, you know this ending, and I'm going to keep it going. But my heart and my show's hearts to all you fans and to LaLa, thank you for your support and thank you for everything.
No. You're so sweet. You're a genuinely nice person. That's rare. No, you're right. And obviously, people love watching you. You can see right now all the people watching. So, and even more afterwards.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful for all the support and everything that I do around the shows and your support, and I try to support you guys and come on your shows as much as I can. Which I'm going to shamelessly say, having 4 books now, LaLa, I could talk about on the show.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. I think we were going to start in about a month from now because he wants to set up a new microphone and all that stuff. I didn't mean to roll my eyes. I'm sorry. I forgot he's watching. Oh god, he's got some things to do. I'm sorry, everybody.
No,
yeah.
no, it's fine. I just being my goofy little self.
No, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. It'll be your third time, right? I think so.
Third or fourth, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some have 8, some have 3 or 4.
Okay. I get it. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I appreciate everybody who comes on, and I've been impressed how people are starting to reach out to me to come on, and so that's something new for me. And I'm like, I will admit, there is a second where I'm like going, "Are you sure you want to come on my show?" And then I'm like, that second quickly passes, and I'm like, "Wow, I must be doing something right because people are asking to be on." So let's keep the momentum going.
You're right. You are doing something good. Yeah.
So are you.
Thank you. I know. All right, I'll shut up. I'm gonna go eat.
Good luck with your face painting and balloon making in 2026 and with the shows. And everyone, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow to both my shows, The Energy That Surrounds Us, Riding Through the Unknown, and co-hosting with the B System and Paranormal Verses when they return. So you can not miss any episodes and follow Orbis.
Thank you. And if you're in Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, parts of Northern Virginia, and somewhere else, and want face painting or balloon twisting or balloon decor, contact me and I'll make you one for money, but I'll make you one. Thank you.
All right. And with that, it's time to, if I can find it, because mouse moved. Time for the outro. Hope you all enjoy it. It is my first attempt at an outro, so let me know what you think in the comments. I'll check them afterwards. When I see them, I do respond personally. So with that, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2026, and we'll see you next year.
Happy New Year.